So the lady was, this van is here all night, and the lady was parked on the other side. And I came home 2 nights in a row and I noticed her here. So I think she was using this van as a way to shield herself and parking in this parking spot right there. She would park in this parking spot right here next to the van. Hey YouTube, this is Catching Up with Crystal. Can you keep up with me? Because you never know where I'm going to be, and it's been a long time since I posted, but I just had to pop in today. I wanted to talk about mental illness. Mental illness is a real thing. There is a lady, and she was living in my apartment complex's parking lot. Now, she wasn't there during the day, but, you know, if you live in an apartment complex, and even if you live in a house, you know all the cars that belong in your neighborhood and the people who park in your parking lot if you're in an apartment complex. So I was working 2 late shifts, and I was getting off around midnight. So by the time I got home, it was around 1 o'clock in the morning. So I saw this car, and I will insert the picture there. You cannot see her tag, but if you look closely, you're going to see a face in the back of her car, and you'll notice that she's parked on the side of this van. Now, the van is always there, and he has a air conditioning business, air and heating business. So, but it's a pretty tall van, and you can't see on the other side of it at night. It gets very dark there in the cut at night. But because I was coming home at 1 o'clock in the morning, I noticed that there was a car there. Nobody ever parks on the other side of this guy. So the first night I saw the car, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired, and I thought I saw a tail wagging in the back of the car. And I was like, okay, well, I thought somebody, little Lover's Lane. It was Friday night. People was getting it in. I was young once. Okay. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, they got the dog too in there. All right, whatever. Saturday night was the second late night shift. I get off and I noticed the car again. And this night it was going to be really, really cold. And so I noticed this time, I noticed cats. I noticed like 3 cats walk by the back window, right? So I was like, 3 cats. So then I was on the phone with my daughter, and I said, I think there's somebody living in their car. Now listen, I want to do van life, and I want to, get on the road and all of that, but this lady, at first I was like, maybe she's doing the van life, people sleep in their cars, and that's fine. But it was going to be really cold that night, and her engine wasn't running, and, it was cold. So I said to my daughter, and my daughter was like, you never know what somebody's situation is. Maybe she's running from a battered relationship. She might be a victim of domestic violence. She might have got evicted, whatever it was. For all I know, this lady lived in our complex, and maybe she was evicted. And because maybe the complex was her home all this time, she decided to stay. Well, I was concerned. I was like, what should I do for her? Like, how can I help her? Like, I didn't know. Maybe she didn't even need my help. But that's how I roll. So I said to my daughter, what should I do? She said, give her cat something to eat, or, you know what I mean? So first I knocked on the window, and I'm taking a big chance because, like I said, it's dark, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm a black woman walking up on this car, and I didn't know what was going on inside other than I saw 3 cats in a car. And and an unusual car that doesn't belong in the neighborhood. So when I walked up to the car, guys, I kid you not, there was about 9 cats. 9 cats in this woman's car. And I said, "Hi, ma'am, I just noticed you were here the last 2 nights. I want you to know that this is a safe place. It's okay that you park here. Are you okay?" She said, "Yes, I'm okay." So I went back in the house, and I knew like something in my gut didn't sit right. And again, like I said, the temp was going to drop really low that night, below freezing, and she was just in there with the cats. I noticed she had like it was like a blanket, but I didn't see where the cats were able to go to the bathroom. There was like no litter box or anything like that. So I went back in and I said to my daughter, "What should I do?" And she said, "Give the cat something to eat." I was like, "I don't have any cat food." And anybody that knows me knows I don't cook. I barely got food in the house for me because I eat out a lot. But what I did have was I put in a bag 6 bottles of water. I had a 6-pack of Pepsi, and I got her a very warm blanket. And I went back outside and I tapped on the window. She was an older white woman. She looked about she could have been in her late 50s, 60s. The cats were very friendly and inquisitive. All you saw was tails wagging and, them doing cat stuff. And I gave her the bag with the water and the soda, and I gave her the blanket. And I said, "I just want you to know again that you're in a safe spot. You're free to park here. I won't say anything. You are safe." And she said, "God bless you." And I didn't ask her what her situation was and how she got there with 9 cats. My imagination said maybe she was evicted because she had so many cats. They weren't allowed to stay. Maybe, she chose her cats over housing, because people choose their pets over housing. Pets are family, sometimes that's all people got. And, I wanted her to know I meant it, that she was safe. I wouldn't say nothing. She could live there for the rest of her life. I never would have snitched her out. I just wanted her to be okay. So the next night when I got home, she was gone, and I was sad because I wasn't going to bother her that night, but I was looking forward to seeing her, and she wasn't there, and I kind of spooked her away. So I didn't pick up that she was mentally ill in our brief interaction. She could have been, but what I know is she was one woman living in a small SUV with 9 cats. And how she got there, I don't know. But guys, you never know what somebody's situation is. Be kind to people. If you can help somebody, help somebody. You never know what something very simple could do to change their life. This has been Catching Up with Crystal. You have caught up with me. I will see you in the next video, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.